right, welcome back to Greenbox Gaming plays Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. My name is Joe. I will be your handler for this operation, and man, is it good to be back in the driver's seat. Back at the wheel. The power.
You power-hungry son of a bitch.
John's taking notes, and he's going to throw all this back at you. So be wary.
I don't need
right?
notes. I can do it off the cuff. Throw it back at him.
And
off
he
the
doesn't-
cuff.
Think about this
He
next
doesn't
time you
need-
make us roll sanity checks for someone getting flushed down the toilet on an airplane.
I am joined. That voice you hear there, that is Brad. He is one of our players
Brad is
playing
back.
Hank Ellis today. He is back.
From the city of New Orleans.
In the city of New
Nolans.
Orleans.
Yeah, how was
He-
your trip, Brad? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Forgetting about your friends.
all I
about
brought
your worries,
back was
about your
COVID.
problems.
So.
Yeah, he didn't even get a
That's all
t-shirt. All he
sad.
brought back with him was disease.
Oh, I did get this mug. It's been shipping away.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice. Yeah.
Cafe du Monde.
And then I'm also joined by Jean playing Benedict.
Hello.
Yeah, Jean is still with us in the here in the States, and I'm joined by Dace playing Benji.
No, I'm actually still playing Finnegan.
Oh,
Oh,
crossover episode.
yeah, yeah, but we are back. We're back with Impossible Landscapes. We took that quick little off ramp into Reverberations, and I can't wait to get back to it. I think again, I'd like to laud Jean for his performance as a handler.
Indeed.
Did you just do that all in one night? It seemed like y'all threw it together
We
in
did
one
2
night.
episodes.
No, but
We
I mean,
did.
did you prepare for that session in one night, John? Like just reading?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
There was
Absolute
a lot
mad
of-
lad.
Like real murder boards. Like actual murder boards. I put together a murder board for that story.
Physical, more of us.
I'm
not
curious.
Roll 20.
After having done that, would you choose to do it again
Oh yeah.
in that span of time?
Yeah. Oh no. In that span of time. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah.
I need like a
but
research team. I need a legal team and a research team to put together a good story.
One of the
Think tank.
one of the podcasts that I know Dace listens to. It's another Delta Green one. They have someone who runs the game, but they also have someone literally in the background who's in his ear at the same time, like referencing
that's
rules and
cheating.
stuff like
Wow.
that. It's like, yeah.
Girl's lawyer.
But they have a very professional product as opposed to what we're doing here.
Slapdash.
So,
hunk of garbage.
Joe,
that
if you
we
have any questions
push
about the
out
rules,
every
just
week.
ask us, and we'll let you know if you're on the right
Oh,
track
that's
or
so,
not.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
of
Do you guys think you should die right now? Mm-mm.
No. Mm-mm. Yeah, but I'm glad to be back to Impossible Landscapes. When Brad and we just recently, so we just did the episode with Jean with Reverberations, and then I just did a session with Brad for his character creation, for his alternate character, and I think it's going to be really good. And Brad, God bless him, he was sick while we were doing it, and he soldiered through. But I would like to tell you guys, now that the characters are created, I am officially lifting the character creation episode ban for the characters,
Yes!
for the players.
Wow.
So-
What made you change your mind?
Well, I mean, now you guys have put characters together. So, well, I don't know. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you guys want to hear about what's coming, or like, would you just kind of like to see it shown like all at once, like in game, when one of you inevitably dies or goes insane?
I'm probably just gonna wait
would rather be
and be
surprised
surprised. Is what I'm gonna do personally.
I think
Okay.
so too.
I don't care
Now
if
that
anyone
I've got
listens
the
to
option
mine.
to watch it, I don't want to take it. But it was good to have the option.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Question, Joe. Who's your favorite backup character?
Oh,
Who's my
Favorites,
favorite?
tough.
I don't-
word.
You
I
can't
know,
pick
man, like-
favorites. You can't do that.
I can do whatever the hell I want. I'll have you know.
This podcast
right.
is falling apart.
Reverberations.
I don't. You just wait. Old Louis ain't gonna make it.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. All right. Well, I mean, are you guys ready to just? So I'm not going to answer your question about who's my favorite,
Well,
because I
Noticed.
think they're all really good. But how about we get right back in to Impossible Landscapes? We do a bit of a recap because it's been a minute since we played.
Yeah, we need it.
All right. Our last session that we played Impossible Landscapes, the team was on their way to Las Vegas, having discovered, that Dr. Barbas was corrupt and going through his house and destroying the scribe and the lion therein. You guys basically had a few choices. You were like, hey, we've got some leads here. We have Samahinga, Ophelia Samahinga, who is the girlfriend of Michael Whitwer, who you guys had found out is a part of a Delta Green team who was sitting here before you guys. That she's in Las Vegas. Your other lead was to look into Esther Samahinga, who is the head nurse at the Dorchester facility. You found something linking her in Dr. Barbas' home. And so that was another thing, okay, we can go directly after that, go check in on some of the staff. And then, of course, the third and last lead is probably the Dorchester facility itself, because you guys had determined a long time ago at the beginning of this season that things were not as they seem at the Dorchester. You guys elected to go to Las Vegas. You guys picked up and left. On the way there, you guys encountered some oddness in the airplane. You encountered a kind of a vision of Emmett Mosby, who's someone who is an possibly old Delta Green agent, who you guys found out about while searching through Michael Whitwer's stuff at the Boxer Hotel. You also found a bunch of more of these gold bugs, like these immature gold bugs that were in your peanuts. You guys also discovered that the Minions movie reaches people at a wavelength that you just don't understand, which is fine. Now, when you guys got on the ground, you did something that I did not foresee you doing. You called Marcus. You called Marcus, and you basically explained to him that, hey, something's going on. We think we're being messed with. We need to talk to you. And by the way, we don't want you to talk to Delta Green, because it turned out that Delta Green had recently contacted him. And you guys said, we need to talk to you. We need to figure some stuff out. Don't tell Delta Green. And lo and behold, with a critical success, I believe, on the part of Benedict, you guys convinced him while sitting at an Arby's to come and see you. He jumped on a red eye and is on the way there.
He cocked his gun. And he was like, I'm on my way.
He's locked and loaded. He's ready to go.
He became my new best friend.
It was the cutscene of Indiana Jones where he's like, falling.
Oh, like with
on the map.
with a picture of the map with a red line moving across. Yeah. You guys scoped out Ophelia Sitri's home. And one of the things you found out that Michael Whitwer is currently wanted for misappropriation of funds for the DEA. There are some people are like, oh, he's in with the cartels and stuff like that. You know that what he's probably done is he's probably misappropriated these funds to do his Delta Green job. That he moves money around in order to do missions. And you guys, but you know that he's wanted. Him and his girlfriend and there's been a bit of a media circus around the girlfriend and stuff, but it's kind of died down. But you guys went and scoped out the house, and you noticed that there is a surveillance van. And I believe that was on the part of Hank, who, you guys realized this house is under surveillance. And you kind of had confab to try to figure out, what are we going to do? We can either get rid of the van, or it's just going to be really hard to get in there, or maybe we can contact her or talk to her or snatch her when she's not home. And I think the last thing that you guys kind of encountered that was weird is a picture, a flyer for something called the Encounter Group, which seems to be it seems to be a group that is attracting. It has a very kind of Night Floorsy Kings in Yellow vibe to it, and you guys found this flyer at the same place where there had been a yellow sign, and you didn't think that was a coincidence.
Yeah, what did that thing say exactly? What was it? It was like, what did they say to contact them if what happens? Like if you saw something?
Basically, it was a place for people to come together and talk about interesting and bizarre encounters they have. But again, because of where it was, you're like, this seems coincidental, or more than coincidence. You guys called them, and you saw that it was Sunday night on September 6th. You guys had called them, and they said they were meeting that night. You guys decided not to do that. You decided instead that they're going to be meeting again on Wednesday. You guys decided to do two things. One, you went to an urgent care and got a little more healed up. Benedict and Hank are still on the mend. And then the last thing you did is you guys went to Vegas. You guys went down to the Strip and let loose. And you got a little bit of benefit for that. But I think we left off last time. We left off with Benji waking up on the morning of September 7th, being newly addicted to sleeping pills, which is a new and interesting thing for him. So, that is where we are at. We'll say that it is, you guys did blow out a little bit last night. We'll say it's 9 a.m. on September 7th. 2015.
And, Joe, can I get you to move the map on the murder board? Or just give it to us for control so we can see. It's like my reference material for what the hell we should do next.
Let me grab that. Can you guys not move it?
No.
That's my bad. All right, let me let you to move it, and then I'm actually going to make it a little smaller too.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, much better. Okay.
So yes, this is
characters.
Now it's all clear. Now I know everything.
So fine, I know exactly what we're gonna do.
Yes.
Gonna get
Jesus,
on
this
boat.
thing is so big. Golly.
It's a mess. I don't know where we're going.
Okay.
Let's go look for some clockwork machines. That's my vote.
I don't know.
Slot
always
machines? Do you
turns
think
out-
there are any clockwork slot machines?
probably.
All right.
And every time you gamble, you might just get sliced in the face.
So what do you think?
Sounds like fun. We're in a hotel room, right? Like on the Strip. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I guess you guys are at the. What is it? The MGM Grand.
Last place they'll
the Grande.
suspect us.
the Grande.
MGM Grande.
So what do you fellas think? I kind of want to win on what's his name? Our old contact. He should be about here today, shouldn't he?
I think
Yeah,
so.
actually, I would say that he is. He's probably on his way. I mean, you probably would receive. He told you to go get a new burner. You guys have gotten a new burner in the meantime. And yeah, I would say that he. You guys probably get a text on that burner from old Marcus, saying that he's getting his bag. He can meet you within an hour.
At the very least, I feel like we might be able to use him in some kind of ploy to get Michael's girl out of the house.
I think
Or
he could
distract the
help us.
van.
He might be able to help us, and I don't know. I'm still unsure about whether we can trust anyone except. I hate to say it. He's the only one we can trust except for each other. I think we can still trust each other.
I hate to hear it.
And he kind of like side eyes Hank a little bit, looking at Benji, being like,
Hank size-eyed Benji, then looks back at Benedict.
Are you guys concerned? Well, I guess you guys did see him get up and have a breakfast of Xanax and booze. And
Yeah, how you doing,
Benji's hand
Benji?
slowly reaches down to his revolver. We're just gonna have a Mexican standoff right here in the hotel room.
Shit, man, I think I'm an addict. I think I'm an addict now. I'm feeling crazy.
Oh no!
Snap out of it. Slaps him.
Ah, okay.
Glad we
I
got
think
that
that
sorted
worked.
out.
I'm feeling better.
One thing at a time.
Got that out
Benji,
of our
one thing at a
system.
time. All right. should I try
All
to
right,
call
let's go.
Marcus? Should we try to call him? Find a meeting spot?
Maybe meet in the park somewhere neutral like.
Yeah.
Or the at wherever they have the breakfast spread here.
Oh, the buffet.
The buffet.
Well, you get some crab legs.
I'm pretty sure we get
Snow crab
complimentary
legs.
buffet.
Some morning.
They
early
normally
morning
give that.
crab legs.
Yeah, they normally give that out for free if you gamble and lose a bunch of money.
Yeah, and as long as you're gambling, you can drink all you want. So I'm cool with that.
Benji ain't doing good, guys. he's having a problem.
We'll get you some crab legs and it'll all be all right. So y'all want to call Marcus to tell him to meet us at the buffet?
Yeah. Yeah.
All you can eat. Can we meet him at a Golden Corral?
We get free food here.
It's the most
We don't have-
depressing place on earth.
Yeah. Well, you guys meet him wherever you want. Like, do you want to meet him? You guys have a pretty good working relationship with the Arby's crew. Otherwise,
We've been mentioning them for how many episodes, and they haven't given us a goddamn dime. I'm over Arby's.
Like
Yeah.
in real life or in the game?
In real life,
We
I'm
get-
pissed off.
I also am pissed off
You know how much
in-game.
clout we got?
I want in-game sponsorship too. At least 3 standard units
at least.
spending.
At least 3 standard units.
This is the only Delta Green cell that has a sponsorship fast food chain.
All right,
That's
we're gonna
himself.
let
That's
Marcus
himself.
decide where he wants to meet us.
yeah.
Let's call him up.
Let's
All
get
right,
hold of him.
We call Marcus on our new burner.
Okay, you get a hold of Marcus. It sounds like he's at the airport. You hear like the clamoring of airport sounds and like the sound of the the baggage terminal, stuff like banging around. You hear him, hey, I just landed. Just need to get some coffee in me, and I can meet you guys, at a park or something, someplace open, and
That wasn't
just,
one of. Well, we had some options we were thinking about ourselves, and that wasn't one of them. I don't think. How do you feel about Arby's? Are they? What hotels is that, fellas?
Yeah.
MGM Grande.
The MGM Grande buffet.
But the less surveillance, the better. I mean, hotels. I mean, they've got cameras. It's just
All right. There won't be any crab legs, but we can go to the park.
We can bring some to go.
Okay.
Marcus, can you hear me? Marcus,
Yeah, I got you.
was there anything weird on the flight? Did you see anything weird on your flight? How was your flight, sir?
I mean, I got a little sleep. I was the guy sitting next to me was kind of hogging the armrest, but besides
Did you get
that,
some nuts? Did you get some bugs in your nuts?
no. After what you said, I kind of didn't really, look for the nuts.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you.
I was still not sure what that's about, but yeah.
Just don't worry about it.
Okay, not worrying about it.
See you soon. Love you.
All right.
I love you, too. Bye.
Just an aside, that reminds me, one of our friends up here listened to one of our episodes, and he's like, yeah, man, I just didn't get it. Y'all went on about peanut butter for like a fucking hour.
It was that.
Oh, did you just listen to a random episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
was that?
Just hearing the phrase bugs and
Yes.
nuts made me think of that.
Do you
Jake,
understand that we were
Okay.
trying to maximize the peanut butter? Like, maybe we need to
Yeah.
talk.
I tried to explain. Look, we're not for everybody. Some
Fair.
people just
Know your
They're
audience.
don't understand the
They're-
maximization of the peanut butter
They're
that
just-
you can
They're
achieve.
just not gonna get it.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right,
Anyway.
the park it is.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys head out to a quiet place. It's called Centennial Hills. It's a pretty it's a dog park, and it's like a place for kids. It's got a pretty big playground, lots of families around, and you get there, and you're kind of surprised to see Marcus is at a picnic table, and it's covered with a blanket, and there's like a little cake and some balloons tied there, and and he's like kind of setting it up, and as you guys get there, he's
Joe,
like,
you're making us love him too much.
He's like,
You
surprise!
Oh, you. Come here, big guy.
Alertness check.
Benedict is going to go pat him down for any wires, but he's going to do it under the rules of a hug.
You give him a hug.
Smart.
Do you actually want to do a check? Or,
Yeah.
All right, do an alertness.
I don't trust
then?
him still. I trust him, but I don't trust
him. Or a search? A search or an alertness? I don't know.
Search on his
Either
body.
Roll for grope.
A grope roll? Wow, a success.
Success.
1648. You give him a hug, and you do notice that you don't notice any wires, but you do notice
Any nuts?
that you're almost you didn't get a critical, so I'm not going to tell you about the nuts situation. But it's you do notice that he definitely is packing heat. I'm not
Sweet.
I'm talking about a gun, not. That's but as you hug him, he's as you guys, he's like, he goes to sit down. He's like, he kind of motions for you guys to sit down. He's like, hey, yeah, sorry about the cake and stuff. I just wanted to not look weird that 4 dudes were just meeting in the middle of the park.
Yeah. So a cake would alleviate that situation. Balloons.
Yeah.
That's
Full
it.
grown men eating a
Marcus, I
birthday
hate to say it.
cake is way less suspicious.
He lights the candle and pushes it in front of Hank. He's like, just
how
blow
old
this
are we
out
now?
real quick.
He's probably also about 50, and we're like 60 and 65 and 45.
Oh yeah, Marcus. I mean, he was in his 40s. So, I mean, he's about the same age as Benji and as Hank and Benedict.
Nothing weird about this.
Hank blows out the candle and his dentures fall into the cake.
So yeah, you guys. So he's like, all right. Well, I'm here now, guys. So, you can tell that he is. He pulls out a cigarette and he starts smoking, and he kind of like rubs his forehead. He's like, all right, I guess go ahead and let me have it. I just, let's
Okay,
just
do we want to tell him everything? We kind of look. Hank looks at her. He's like, "Are we gonna tell him everything?"
I think we have to.
Yeah. Benji nods. He's like, yeah, he's the only resource we got. He's the only guy that we can remotely trust.
All right.
Benedict's
Can we just do
thinking
a?
if it goes as far back as 20 years ago that Marcus was in it, we are so fucked beyond belief that it's not even worth trying. So we have to.
Oh,
right.
if he's also untrustworthy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do
It's kind of a Hail Mary.
Let's do like a little time skip and literally tell him
Time
everything.
Okay. Well, I think one of the big things is like, are you telling him everything about the unnatural, or are you still trying to kind of talk around that? Be like, oh, we found this book, which we think has an unnatural corrupting influence. Or are you like, we found the King in Yellow, the Carcosa, the Night Floors.
Benji,
Yeah.
put that book away. Don't show him the book. God damn it.
Just doing some casual reading. Can I offer anybody a snow crab leg?
You have
Marcus,
You have like a styrofoam,
So,
like a styrofoam box with snow crab. legs.
Yeah.
Marcus, important points. We need somebody we can trust. We don't know what the hell's happened. We got cold again. We didn't get cold by you. Our handler, in air quotes, ended up being wrapped up in all of this. we're not really sure if we're currently under surveillance. I hope you didn't bring anything with you. We need to understand what your understanding of the program is right now, because we're not sure if we're being manipulated by somebody who is the program, who is not the program, or might even go back to our operation 20 years ago.
Okay, so it sounds like to me, and like absolutely correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like to me that the big thing you're saying to Marcus is we were activated by someone who's not Delta Green, and that's our concern. Like, you're not really getting into the unnatural stuff in Barbas's house, or, you know, or the fact that there might be machine monsters.
I wouldn't be opposed to telling them that as well, personally.
If he asks about the scar on the throat, maybe. But.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, you know, there probably is a point where you sit down, he's like, what the hell happened to your neck? You know, like, but again, like, yeah. I just need to know where you guys, because you guys would have talked about this on the way over, you know, and when you first called him, you guys have had time to decide, what do we tell Marcus?
Hank?
Yeah, I like John's direction. Okay. The only other thing I would want to add is I want to ask him directly what he did with the evidence from 20 years ago, because it resurfaced inexplicably.
It inexplicably, literally dropped in the middle of the Boxer Room Hotel 616.
And that's not the only time we saw it, right? There's another incident.
Correct. Barbas had it.
Barbas had it in his car.
Correct. Okay.
Okay, then we can do that, and we'll just see what he has to say, and get off that.
You talk to, you know, so you bring all this up. You tell him you were activated. Do you tell him what you were activated to do, or just that you were activated and you found out that it wasn't Delta Green?
I'm gonna ask Marcus, my friend, what are you doing in your old age, and how attached to you about living? Do you have anything to live for, my man?
Jesus. Yeah, I do. Are you threatening me?
No, this is as a friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good to know. No, then we're gonna be compassionate and not get him too far into this.
Okay. All right, so you tell him that you were activated to do you tell him Boston or anything, or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were called to Boston. You were activated. All right. You tell him that you were activated by an agent who you then determined was not with Delta Green. Do you tell him you discovered actual unnatural stuff, or do you just leave that out for now?
Tell him.
Yeah, we can tell him. Maybe leave out the details, but definitely tell him some shit's going down.
Okay. All right, so he's like, oh, okay. So you got activated. This guy knew your code names and shit. That's no good. You did this job. You found out that this guy was into some unnatural stuff. And is that why you're here in Vegas? Is that what brought you here?
Yep. You got it, buddy.
Okay.
Regardless of who activated us, there's definitely something going on that needs to be contained. And we're obliged to contain it. Oh, yes.
Fuck. God, this is not good. What's worrisome to me is a breach that A-Cell or whoever maintains, you know, information on, you know, the cell members. God, this is bad.
Marcus, I think it's a little bit more than a breach. I think it might be a full-on coup d'etat.
I'm not sure that's how you say that, but yeah, maybe you're right.
Coup d'etat. Deus ex machina, coup d'etat.
I don't know. My contacts in the organization are solid. I mean, I trust these people. I trust them with my life. But still, and you asked about the evidence from from 95, from Operation Alice. I turned it into the FBI. I turned it into
Why
the
FBI?
You know. Well, remember that was the cover. That was the whole cover of you guys being there investigating was an FBI cover. So I turned in. You guys didn't. There was no unnatural stuff in there. You guys. Yeah, I just turned in what you guys gave me to turn in for the cover, and why do you want to know about the evidence? Is this connected to 95?
I believe so. We don't know how.
Ugh.
A lot of threads. Big problem. You ought to see our murder board. It's getting kind of crazy.
God,
It's a mess.
God, I don't even want to. Ugh.
Marcus, you know what? You're even on the murder board.
What?
But again, as a friend.
Oh, okay, in a good way.
Yeah.
Alright, shit. Guys, I don't know. This is bad. I mean, what do we do here? Like, do you want me to run this up the chain? Like...
Well, you said you got folks that you trust implicitly. They need to do some digging around and figure out what's going on in the organization.
I mean, when was the last time you talked to these people?
I've worked with them here and there in an advisory capacity. I haven't really run, you guys are my team. But I haven't run an op since 95. Not a full-blown op, but I've done some, you keep in mind, you guys call this guy Marcus. That's not his real name. That's his covered name. That's his code name. And he's like, I have some other skills and some other assets that on the intelligence side of things that I offer to Delta Green sometimes when they need me. But
Marcus, we need to know whether we're dealing with Delta Green or not, with the program or not. That's my main concern. We don't know if what we're dealing with is something malicious or some other cell, or if it's actually Delta Green.
Another
if it's
cell?
not Delta Green,
we don't know. They knew our code names, Marcus. I mean,
what? But another? Did you run into another cell?
Very likely.
Shit, that is not good. Overlapping cells is a huge, huge fucking control problem.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Did we run into it?
Yes.
Oh,
That's why we phoned you.
V-cells.
Because friends stick together and give each other cake.
We have been trapped. We ran into an Agent Vega, and his girl is here in Vegas, and we're here to try to find more information about her because we're concerned that she's wrapped up in all this, but she's also being monitored by the FBI.
By the DEA.
DEA.
Okay. No, I can work with this. No. I can work with this. Another cell. Okay. I can contact their handler. I can reach through my contacts. I think I might know who's still in charge over at V. Maybe. I haven't contacted them in years. But if something's involved here, like I can... The problem is, if I do this... You guys told me not to contact Delta Green, to not get Delta Green involved. If I do this, I don't know if I look into this, I don't know if I can prevent that. Because I can't control what other people do.
You do what you gotta do.
Well, I feel if you truly feel that you still trust these individuals, I would give you the go-ahead.
Great.
We got to figure out who activated us. Well, something we forgot to mention. They gave us a satellite phone. Well, we broke it open, and there's a little devil bug inside. Some real malicious shit.
It's the bugs in the nuts. That's why I was checking. Like, I don't just make things up, Marcus.
And he kind of, you see the wheels kind of turning in Marcus' head. He's like, "Oh, that does not sound normal." Like, as he realizes that you guys are basically telling him about something unnatural, he's like, "Fuck me!" Like, what?
No, you'll be fine. Don't you roll for sand. Don't worry your pretty little head. You'll be okay.
Don't roll for sanity.
But yeah, there's some bad things happening. We're not sure who we're talking to, and God, I hate to say it, but we probably need to reach out to Delta Green, your Delta Green, to figure out and verify who the hell we're talking to.
Or were, till we destroyed the phone.
We're talking, till we stop talking.
All right. Listen, here's my question to you guys right now. Because you know more about what's going on here, and I just want to help you. Like, if I tell Delta Green that you're dealing with the unnatural, they're going to want a brief, okay? Like, that's going to happen. If you ran into this other team, if I look into that, they're probably going to find out. Not necessarily, but they're probably going to find out. What, like, this phone and, like, any of the unnatural stuff, do you want me to tell them about that? Or am I just looking into V-Cell?
Well, that and we got to figure out who activated us. That's the breach in the system. That's the...
I mean...
You know what I'm saying?
I think we can do... You guys can do whatever you need to do here on the ground, but I think if we tell them that there's a breach, they're going to have to handle that on their own. That's going to be an internal issue. That's going to be probably a B-cell kind of operation.
Yeah. Well, it's less of a breach and more of a...
I just had the word in my head.
They're basically trying to take over Delta Green. Like, these dudes are way into the Carcosian whole side of things, you know?
What?
Like, I think, I forget I said that.
Yeah, and he just waves it off. He's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. All right.
It's just alternate reality
trying to take the whole
stuff.
system down from the inside.
He ignores what Hank says about alternate reality. He's like, all right, I will. Okay,
Like, you're really...
all right. I'm gonna.
Maybe you ought to think about going like scorched earth or some shit. Like, it's pretty fucking serious, you know, brother?
Marcus, what we're thinking is that if we're in trouble, you're in trouble. If we're in trouble and you're in trouble, Delta Green's in trouble. If Delta Green's in trouble, we're all in trouble.
Yeah, no
and that's
shit.
why we called you.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to DG. I'm gonna contact A-Cell. I'm gonna tell them that our team was activated by not us, or hell, I don't know. Maybe they'll tell me that they did activate you, and something it's hard to understand. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna tell them that we have a suspicion that you guys were were manipulated into being activated, and that they knew intimate information about your agent, like your agent activity. And that it might be linked to 95. Okay?
Yep.
I think that's fair.
That sounds great.
I would say let's give him the name of who activated us that we ended up killing.
Fucking Marbus.
Elias Barbus.
Elias Barbus.
Let's give him Elias Barbus and Exeter.
And Exeter. So when you say Exeter, he's like, Exeter? E-Cell? What the fuck is going on? Like, he's got a notepad and he's just writing it all down. He's like,
he's got his own notable.
He's like, Jesus. Okay.
Don't cry, Marcus. Don't cry. Come here, buddy.
It's okay. Let's hug it out. Let's hug it out. Okay. All right. So you guys are activated by this guy. You guys have also run into V-Cell. Do you have the code names for that?
Vega.
Yeah, Vega.
Vega Victor Venus.
Right.
Thank you.
He's like, all right, Vega Victor Venus, and that you guys are looking into some connections here at this Agent Vega's home.
Yes, we're not. The thing with V-Cell is I don't personally believe that they're compromised. I think they are doing DG's work right now.
All right.
Oh, one other thing. I know you got your fingers on a lot of pots. You got any influence with the DEA? You think you can get them off our backs for a little bit?
Oh, I mean, I could probably pull some strings. I mean,
Oh yes.
I guess I am. I guess I am your handler. You know, and I mean, it's kind of. I could run.
Damn right, you are good buddy.
I could run it up.
I hate to say it, but it's great to see you.
It's good to see you guys too. I could run it up the chain, and see what I could shake loose. What's the issue with the DEA? How are they involved?
They're surveilling Agent Vega's house, so it's pretty much either you can get them off our back, or we're gonna have to kill them. You know.
Jesus.
Benji pops his Xanax.
He pops a quick pill.
If we could just get them away from the house for a brief period of time, we might be able to do what needs to be done to figure out what's going on with his girlfriend or the relationship they have.
Yeah, Marcus,
You need to get
we've
in
got
the
a
house.
laundry list of to-dos, so maybe you just need to go and try and get those ones done and see what sticks.
All right, listen. I'm gonna go tell Delta Green that they have a leak, right? I'm gonna tell them that you guys are here investigating V-Cell. I'm gonna tell them about Barbas and Agent Exeter, this Barbas back in Boston. Okay?
Sounds good.
Right.
God, guys, I'm mostly retired by now. I mean, shit. I didn't think I'd have another one of these in me. All right.
Too old for this shit.
Yeah. All right.
Stay in contact.
gonna-
Let's say we have regardless of if you hear anything back, call us back at what time? Should we later on tonight? Just to stay in contact?
But I give you guys a call at midnight. If I don't call you, you guys should probably fucking bug out. Okay?
Hey, where are you staying? We got a room over at the MGM Grande.
That's
Welcome
crazy.
to
I'm
Crash
staying
with
at the
us.
MGM Grande too.
Yeah, we hit the slots later.
Yeah. No, he's staying at some motel. Somewhat hole in the wall.
Smart.
It's a cash only place because he has tradecraft unlike you guys. He actually
And
Sounds like a dig.
Marcus, kind of looks at the other guys. So how can we? I want to insulate Marcus from the symbol. What's a good way that we can ward him against some kind of influence?
You can't look at a symbol if you ain't got eyes.
Benji whips out a switchblade.
yeah.
I don't know. Can I,
There's-
there's some subtle way to do this. Like, I don't
So
want, I
to
don't
keep
want
him from seeing the
influence.
symbol?
The symbol, the book. Like, is there any way we can get him?
Well, I mean, I guess
buffed
you
again.
could tell him, be like, listen, Marcus, like, we're led to believe that this corruption, this unnatural influence is spread by a certain unnatural symbol and books. Don't read anything.
No comic books, no stickmen. Just don't even look at road signs if you can. All right, just follow
Jesus.
your GPS.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, no reading while I'm here. Got it.
No reading.
That's got my Game Boy. I'll just stick with that. It's
Game Boy.
Playing Wario?
And especially, do not go and watch any plays or any reading. Just no movies, no fucking nothing. No road signs,
Are you serious?
no electricals, nothing. It's for your own good, my friend.
Game Boy it is, I guess. Jeez.
You're a bit old for a Game Boy.
Hey, why'd you watch your mouth? All right.
All right, see you later.
He goes to
Thank you for the cake.
He leaves. He takes a slice of cake with him, and eating it
He's
with his
walking
hands as he
off.
walks across the park. That's
Hank's like, that's the last time we'll see him alive.
Benedict smashes the cake. He wants to see if there are any bugs in the cake. He smashes the cake. It's what he does.
So
It's on my
paranoid.
character sheet. Are there any
Alright.
bugs in the cake? I'm serious.
No, there are no bugs in the cake. You smash it, and there's a child running by who
Look at him.
runs away
growl at
crying.
him.
Damn it, Benedict, I wasn't done with that.
Oh man. Now I actually, it's interesting though. Like I actually need to look way the hell back and look at some stats.
Yeah, he's gonna have to roll some stuff.
Yeah, he is.
Probably like a bureaucracy. I mean, he's probably got a pretty good bureaucracy, right? As a handler.
Yeah.
You would think.
So I'm just gonna roll a D100 here, and let's just see what happens with it. Let's just take a quick peek. That's an 86. It's not a super good roll.
But he's also now a lot older and a lot more experienced, and he's hit that update on that sheet so many times. So that's what.
Yeah, can we walk through Marcus's 20-year level up like we did
from all the operations?
No.
Yeah.
How many times has he slept?
Fair.
Yeah. All right. So he's gonna contact you guys at midnight. He's gonna give you a call. So what are you gonna do in the meantime?
Remind me what day it is.
It is September 9th, which is a Monday.
Okay. All I really want to do is go to this cult meeting, but that's on a Wednesday.
Right.
So I guess we don't want to do anything with the house until see what Marcus has to say, and maybe use his influence with the DEA. Right? One thing I think we forgot to mention, his Vega's girlfriend was the girl that we saw in the window at Barbas's house. Was confirmed, right?
You guys know that she is connected to something unnatural. She was also in that weird picture of like she and Barbas were dressed like clowns in like 1926. Yeah. So, like,
I mean,
think
if
you
we
guys
go
have
into
an
our
idea
house,
that.
Listen, I'm just saying, if we're gonna prepare for the worst, there might be some clockwork shit in our house. I don't know what's fucking going on.
Yeah.
Can we get armed?
Yes, you guys.
I do have black market.
You guys brought with you, using your like law enforcement kind of IDs and stuff. You guys were able to bring with you sidearms and one long gun apiece. I don't remember what you brought, but you guys.
I want to get strapped in case we have to fight one of those constructs again. Like.
Okay. Well, then that might be a good use of this time. And if you want to, you can do a few things. You can either use, I would say, like a bureaucracy. If you want to use, if you want to try to go through like police channels, like Hank is still a U.S. Marshal.
Black market all the way.
Black market. Okay. And keep in mind, so there are always dangers to failing these things. So like if you were going through a police channel and you fucked up, you might attract some attention. If you go through a black market channel and fuck up, you might also attract some attention. And it might be law enforcement.
See if we can get an EMP.
Ooh.
And an EMP.
I don't think Carcosian constructs run off of electricity, do they? I would know this.
Yeah, wouldn't you know this? Can we see if he knows this?
Benji, with his Carcosian clockwork skill of 30? With his
36, my friend. 36.
He knows that the power source for these things is unnatural and is unlikely to be affected by conventional methods.
Well,
so we need a UMP.
Got him.
If we can't get the van away, we could. Assuming we could get all the EMP.
Oh, you could EMP
sucker.
the van.
Yeah, and get rid of that surveillance.
That's interesting.
The entire house shuts down. We go in there SWAT style.
I forget that we're also fighting the natural world as well as the unnatural world.
It's like what is it? Ocean's 11.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. The whole city goes dark.
You guys are in Vegas too. Yeah. The whole
wow.
city goes dark.
Oh, it's perfect. I actually really like this idea.
We do a whole
I'm
Ocean's
on board.
11, but it's just her house.
Yeah, it's just the whole neighborhood.
I'm so on board with this. A fucking heist.
I mean,
it is.
Where would you actually go to get an EMP?
Are you talking about game mechanic wise?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tell you that these kinds of things. This is probably going to be an extremely hard to get item. It's very it's hyper specific.
What do you have a good black market, Benji? Is that why you're doing that?
He does.
Yeah, 75.
In what? Where is that? Is this like What is skills?
It's a skill that I acquired over the 20-year gap.
Right.
Oh, yeah, let's use that if you have 75.
More importantly, who's George Clooney in this ensemble?
It's definitely.
I just don't want to be
George
Matt
Clooney,
Damon.
and it's Benedict.
Okay, let's look at the in the Agents in Handbook. There is something for this. So I would say that something like an EMP device, a weaponized EMP device, like I mean that's military hardware. I'm gonna say this is an extreme requisition expense that normally carries a -40 modifier and takes a few months to acquire.
Jesus.
shit.
No, that's not gonna work.
Well, we could.
Or you could
We could
call
always use
in,
it.
you could call in a favor, which you could roll. It says here, roll a charisma ×5 at -20. If it succeeds, you get the item, and a bond is reduced by 1d4 if you have a bond who could connect you to something like that.
My pigeon, Papua New Guinea. That's why.
Papua New Guinea, the pigeon.
He is. No, not him.
Remind me what Benedict's charisma is.
15.
Okay.
But he has never succeeded. Ever.
He did with
Maybe it's
Margus.
time to shine.
He did
Maybe.
with Margus.
True.
Well, but do you actually have a bond that you think would be like
I don't.
useful?
I don't think any of us
My
have a
older brother,
bond that could get that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the only way that you could do it, because who are your bonds for Benedict? Tell me read your bonds to me.
A
please.
pigeon,
A pigeon.
Benji,
Benji.
and Barlow, his older
Your
brother. Yeah.
Okay, big brain thinking.
All right.
You roll a charisma roll on Benji to convince me to get it.
No.
How does that work
I
out?
don't know. Like, I don't want to discourage you guys from doing a crazy heist, but I'm just saying, like, the EMP thing seems like it's going to be super hard.
Yeah.
And again, like,
God, that
if one
sucks.
of you had, like, a really good bond that you could sacrifice for it, like, maybe. But it doesn't really seem like you do.
Well, let's think smaller. It doesn't have to be an EMP. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. We just have to take out a van. I mean, it could be.
I was thinking.
RPG?
RPG.
Is there? I don't have any knowledge of this personally. It's like there's some form of like magnets or something you could like fuck with surveillance. I don't know.
You're talking about like electronic warfare, like capabilities, like jamming equipment.
Yeah. It could like
You know,
Maybe.
I would say if you want to say that you want to find some jamming equipment, I would say that's probably, I would say a major, which is a step down from extreme, and I would say that specifically Hank, being in law enforcement, probably could get a hold of these. These are probably some things that, like, you know, that law enforcement uses to jam the stuff of bad guys, you know, before they go in and kick down doors and stuff. So I would say if Hank wants to roll that charisma ×5, no restrictions, just a straight up charisma ×5, and if it does, he reduces a relevant bond by 1. Do you have a bond? Do you have a U.S. Marshals law enforcement style bond?
Cindy is still like the.
That's
you know,
right. She still works there.
Let's do it.
It's better than 5 grown hobos.
Their family.
How dare you? Well, and here's the thing. But if you want to get it quickly, you are going to have to take I think like a -20 if you want to speed it up, and it will still take a few days for you to get it.
It sounds like fun. What do y'all think? We could do this, and worst case scenario, use this if we can't get the van away. It's gonna get super hairy. with this.
Do keep in mind this is Plan B.
Yeah.
Like Marcus could come through for us. This is a contingency.
Yeah. So okay, I've clicked on charisma. What am I doing? A negative 40?
Negative 20.
Negative 20. And that's it, right?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Success.
Nice.
What would you get?
9.
9 under 65.
All right. So go ahead and remove 1 bond from Cindy. She's still back in New York at the U.S. Marshal's office. You're able to talk to her, and she's able to basically, she tells you like, okay, Hank, I know the guy who runs the equipment cage. We went out on a few dates, and I could probably leverage that and get this for you, but I mean, you're really putting me in a tight spot. I want to help, but
we've been through so much. Just do this favor for me, and I'm glad you're seeking out other fellas and not being obsessed with me.
What? I'm over you, Hank. Okay? We're just friends. But I'll do this for you, but don't put me in this place again, okay? What's your bond at now that you've subtracted that from her?
5.
5? Yeah, it's not doing great.
It's getting down there.
You can do this 5 more times, it's fine.
5 more times. All right.
Did she ever expunge
person.
your library checkouts? Because we did some dubious checkouts in the first season.
Yeah, I'd probably knocked it down.
But she will tell you. She's like, all right, Hank. This is gonna I can do this, but you're gonna have to pony this up. You're gonna have to bring it back, and they're gonna want to know what you're doing with it. There's no way around that.
Yes, I know, and don't you worry your pretty little head. I'll have it back in no time. As soon as we get done.
All right.
With it.
All right. I don't know what any of this shit is. I'll go talk to him, see what I can get. She hangs up the phone. You are under the impression that within roll me a luck roll real quick. Let's see and tell me what you get.
50. Success.
Is that a success? Okay.
That's what it says.
I guess it is, yeah. Yeah, because 51 up is not... Okay, you think you're going to get it... You think you're going to get this... Because we're at, the beginning of the day, or we're at the middle of the day. You think that this is going to... You'll probably be able to get this by tomorrow night.
Awesome.
Nice.
It helps.
We have a jammer.
Hopefully.
So, yeah. And I'm going to, I'll go ahead and tell you, you feel, or you're under the impression that this jammer... is a a omnidirectional jammer that's going to jam everything out to 100 yards or 100 meters. So
nice.
It's a vehicle borne. It has to be in a vehicle, and while it's running, the vehicle that, unless you have a very specialized vehicle, which you don't, the vehicle that it's in cannot run while it is activated, because it basically jams itself.
You boys think we can find an El Camino?
I'm gonna say if you guys want to take some time to, because you guys already have a rental car. If you guys want to, or do you have a van? I don't remember what you have. I think you guys had just had a car. If you guys want to take some time, it's no problem. If you just want to spend the rest of the afternoon, it will take some time. But if you guys want to spend the rest of the afternoon just going and renting a van, it will leave a paper trail. But if you guys want to go rent a van, you can do that. Normal van rental. If you want to...
This won't fit in the car, is that what you're telling me? You're telling me it won't fit in the car. So we do need a van to use it. Okay.
You need something. But you do know somebody who knows a little bit about black markets, who might be able to get you a van on the sly.
Yeah, but I want more than that. I want a van full of guns and explosives.
Wow. Okay. If you want to make a black market roll, we can see how Benji... And by the way, okay, this is going to be a black market roll. This is going to be for you to find the seller. This is not going to be for you to get it, necessarily.
Okay.
So if you're trying to find someone who's a gun runner in Vegas...
Well, I was trying to think what would be the smartest weapon to buy, assuming we're fighting Carcosian constructs.
An AK.
And all I could come up with is lightsaber.
So,
is there any way we can find some lightsabers?
No.
A rail gun.
Rail gun. All right. So if you're gonna go down this route, then you roll that roll. You tell me what you want to do, and we'll work it out.
Okay. Well, we know we need a van and some sort of weaponry, so we can just start
and
there.
keep in mind, you guys also have weaponry. You have
ARs.
guns.
Yeah.
You have ARs. I think it was like I think Benedict and Hank brought their assault rifles, and I think Benji brought a shotgun.
Yeah.
I know what I want. I want to be able to set a trap to lead, if we should encounter a construct, to lead it into a trap. Like we need some C4.
Ghostbusters trap.
Like a claymore.
Claymore would be good.
Claymores actually have setups that can be set to go off if something passes in front of them in real life. That actually does exist. Or they could be remote detonated. So
that's a no to the Ghostbusters trap.
That's a no to the Ghostbusters trap. This time.
Sure?
Not this operation. So.
Okay.
No EMPs, no lightsabers, no Ghostbuster guns. Come on, man.
No fun.
Just no fun.
Alright, and I want to do some digging once we figure out this black market stuff.
Alright. Give me that black market roll. Let's see what you got.
Come on, Benji. Don't fuck this up.
Wow.
Success!
Yes!
Okay.
54 under 75.
Okay, cool. You find a guy. We're going to say this takes you guys through the evening. You find a guy who basically tells you that... let me look at something real quick. Okay. You find a guy who tells you that he... like, you... I imagine, like, you know, you meet with someone, like, kind of out in the desert a little way. And you get out there, and it's like a... I don't know, you get, like, a real kind of, like motorcycle gang vibe from them. You know, it's like
one.
Yeah, it's like a whole bunch of guys. Like you meet them out in the middle of the desert, and they've got like a bunch of trucks. You know, like big jacked up four-wheel drive trucks out there, and and one of the guys, you've contacted them through some black market channels, and they're like, "All right, well, heard you're looking for some ordnance."
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
What you got?
Ooh, brother. Let's,
Yeah, brother?
What kind of cash you bring into the game?
Benji looks at Benedict.
Is this your financier?
I got
something like that.
I got some dollar bills. Depends.
Right.
Depends. Maybe we can strike up a bulk deal.
Ooh, buying in bulk. You hear that, boys? They're buying in bulk.
And Benedict tries to put on a voice.
And they're all like, and a bunch of these guys, like, you see, every one of them at least has a pistol in their like on their hip, and some of them are holding like Uzis. Like they're like, these are bad
Benedict
dudes.
feels safe.
Just wanna make sure you guys aren't cops. You guys aren't cops, are you, brother?
You want me to kill a hooker or something? I'll do anything.
Yeah.
I'm fucking crazy.
Nah, I'm just joshing you. You know, like part of you finding them would be that. I'm not going to get into that real hard. He brings you over to a that they probably have their own van. It's like it's got like a 4-inch lift on it, and like big tires. He's like, let's open up the old party wagon, see what we got going.
I fucking love this guy.
So good.
It's like Macho Man Randy retired.
And it's
a little bit.
Well, it's like I imagine like this guy is like he's probably in his 50s, and he has like a real like kind of like Vietnam vet kind of vibe to him. He seems a bit unhinged. He's wearing like a cut off vest with like just loads of tattoos like up his body, like onto his neck. And he's wearing sunglasses, even though it's the middle of the night.
I was picturing Pince-Nez, like the tiny.
Oh yeah,
definitely Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah,
let me show you the cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop. he opens his van, and you see that inside are mostly guns and what looks like explosives, specifically homemade explosives.
Wow.
Do you got any flashbangs in there?
Ooh, yeah. And he reaches on the wall, pulls off some flashbangs. He's like, gotcha. Got what you need right here, straight out of the old U.S. military. Good stuff.
You got any of them? Got any of them claymores? Just some C4? Something around that neck
I got
of the
something
woods?
better than a claymore, my brother.
I'm all ears.
He brings out an IED, which he's like,
Wow.
my own personal recipe. Are you
Are you free later tonight? You just want to like hang out or something?
He's business first.
Right.
Are you more of a nuts and bolts guy, or are you more of a broken glass guy? You gotta choose your favorite shrapnel.
Yeah, actually, I found that if you get some stainless jacks, like the children's toy, it's absolutely devastating.
I like where your head's at, brother.
Yeah. A little better than aluminum, some more dense, got some weight to it. That'll fuck a man up.
Are you sure you haven't done this before?
Wait.
Actually, I'm a scholar. Strike all that. I didn't say that.
But he basically tells you that they have... you found the person, which is the hard part. He has explosives. He has IEDs that are remote detonated. He's like, he can give you, he's got the wired ones. He has some wireless ones. The wireless ones can be jammed. Eyebrows for the fact that you're going to have a jammer. That's what he tells you. He's like, if you're worried about getting jammed, then I would suggest going old school wired.
Yep, shouldn't be a problem. I have a couple of them IEDs and maybe throw in a van.
Ooh, I don't know. The only van I've got is the party wagon here.
Maybe we
How much you want for that there party wagon?
Ooh, that's gonna be expensive, brother. I've grown attached.
I'm imagining it's got like flame decals on the side.
No,
I'm picturing the pussy wagon from Kill Bill, except in van form.
You know what? That's a good. Let's say it's just a big square Ford van with 4-inch lift kit, big tires, with that paint job on it, like the pink and yellow like paint job. It's like old party wagon. It's heavy duty. I mean, it's got armor plating, and he immediately goes into like a salesman's pitch. And it sounds like this is actually like a armored car, because he's like some type of gangbanger. He's some type of domestic terrorist, and
Benedict will take Benji aside and be like, Benji, I know you're attached to this idea, but I don't think we can get all of this. Like, either we're gonna get weapons or we're gonna get a van. Best case.
The guy will how about this? Someone make me a persuade roll on this guy. I might be able to be convinced to
let's
source
just
you a van.
Let's just have these guys get in a war with the DEA.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Benedict tries to flash his wallet and like an American Express card.
His black card.
What'll this get you? And he fails. 90 over 55.
And you fail. He's like, I don't know. We're not really into boosting cars. We're our job is our forte is a little bit more explosive. If you catch my meaning.
Can I make a persuade, or can we only do the one?
If you make a persuade a -20, because
Okay.
Benedict's already tried.
I'll roll first, and then we'll see how it plays out. Oh, it just wasn't meant to happen.
Nope.
What'd you get?
That's a failure. 34 under 45.
45 minus 20.
Minus 20.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's like, sorry, brother. That's you're gonna have to go get your own van. I'm afraid, but I can. For one standard purchase, you can probably get, unless I am mistaken, just according to the rules in here, I believe that you can probably get like 3 or 4 of these IEDs because they're considered incidental expenses because they're so easy to do if you're into that kind of thing. So,
and flashbangs.
Yeah, I would say if you want to get 2 IEDs and 2 flashbangs, you can do that for a single standard purchase that Benedict has.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Anything else we need?
I guess we'll just get the van the old-fashioned way, rent it.
Yeah,
Feel it.
you guys could rent a van, and you still have some fake identification. You think that you might be able to obscure your involvement?
I'm sorry for being rude, brother. I forgot to ask your name.
I didn't have a name for this guy because it was something I pulled out of my ass. I don't know. Like,
I really just wanted his contact info.
Okay.
In case, I don't know, his burner phone or something. I just really want to see this guy again. Is what I'm getting at.
All right. I guess we could say that he's like he's a bomb maker. Yeah. He's like you have the contact info for this
Hank.
bomb and arms runner now.
While he was looking up, while they were doing it, he was in the car and he ran their license plate, and his name's Bolt Ford.
Bolt Ford. Is it from something?
No, it could either be that or Axel Armstrong. He's not sure.
Like Axel Armstrong.
There we go.
Call me
there
Axel.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, we'll take 2 of them IEDs and a couple of them flashbangs. That'd fix us up just right.
All right. Somebody needs to add 2 flashbangs, and someone needs to add 2 command detonated IEDs.
Take those
I want
flashbangs.
to. Does Hank have any explosives?
No.
You don't really need any demo skill to deploy
skill
them.
one. I'm gonna let y'all handle that. This seems like I don't know how we're actually. I'll just let y'all handle that.
One last thing, my good friend Axel. Do you have any microphones? Directional microphones? Some of that sweet spy shit.
Roll a luck roll. Tell me what you get.
That's a 6 under 100.
Yeah, I do. I got some parabolic mics right here, brother.
I'll take one of those. Don't mind if I do. Kind of
No problem.
treat it like a
gives you a little pat on the
cart.
gives you like a good game pat on the butt. That's
I knew we could work something out.
I don't know.
here.
It might be erotic. You're not sure. It's
I love this guy's energy. He's just chaos.
So, we sort of got a mission going on in Las Vegas right now, but after we're done with this, like, are you hiring? Like, are you
Axel
looking to fill the gaps in your
Armstrong has all
entourage?
the help he needs.
Benji pulls out a pistol and shoots one of his entourage.
What about now? Looks like there's an opening.
I like your vibe.
All right, peace, fellas. I'm joining Axel.
All right, you guys leave Axel Armstrong. And
No, we don't.
We're definitely calling him at some point later.
Come on, Benji.
I'm reeling this in. You guys, I'm reeling you guys in. You guys leave with your IEDs, your microphones, and you leave Axel Armstrong in the desert, and with him and his dozen or so gun running buddies.
As we drive away, they're just doing donuts in the desert and just hollering.
You just hear
Gunfire.
You're just shooting into the air.
While we're driving back, can Benedict do some research for any theater productions happening in Vegas?
Theater.
Yes, we would like to know about any theater.
Yeah, it's not hard. Nothing. I mean, the big thing you see is like it's Vegas. There's like lots of Vegas stage shows. You don't find anything with a quick search that is worrisome to you.
Cool.
Okay. So you guys are on your way back in from the desert, and I'm gonna say by the time you guys kind of get back into town, it's getting towards midnight. You're expecting that call from Marcus, and that is probably a pretty good place for us to go ahead and call it for this one. You guys have had
Shopping
an
episode.
It's a good shopping episode. Did you spend that money? Did you remove your expenses?
I
Okay. You guys
That
made
was
a new
one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got to see Marcus, and I thought that was really productive, by the way.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope so.
And you got to make a new friend, Axel. Axel Armstrong. I need to write him down. That's
Yeah.
excellent.
We'll see him again.
I feel like he's the main character and we're just side characters in this universe.
I feel like Axel Armstrong, he's like Saul from Breaking Bad. Like he's enough of a character.
Yeah, better.
Like he originally is just a
All good,
supporting
man.
character, but he just ends up having his own thing.
Oh, he's gonna have a spin-off, and if
Absolutely.
you don't run it, I will.
Oh, Axel. Axel might be a fun guy to play.
Hey, it would be. You should
right.
use him, Joe, for one of your characters. Eventually.
All right.
You may need him for reverberations. though.
Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
You got it.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. Thank you if you're listening on the podcast. Thank you if you're watching the VOD. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy what you're listening to, and especially if you're listening on the audio and you want to see the assets that we use, head on over to our subreddit. We are at r/greenboxgaming. Join us there. There's actually a thread there to let us know who you are and what you think, and we'd love to hear from you, hear who's all listening to us. And then if you really like what you're listening to and you're like, man, Joe, I'm all caught up and I would really like to listen to these episodes a week early, head on over to patreon.com. What is it? Patreon.com. What is it? /greenboxgaming_. No spaces. And join us on there. Normally, I would take this time to thank our patrons, our new patrons who've come on board, but Patreon is down, so I'm not going to do that right now. But yes, please consider joining us. It's $3 a month, which is really kind of like buying us a coffee. And
You know what? I've been on the fence about this podcast ever since the beginning, but I think Axel has just taken me over the edge. I think I'm going to join the Patreon.
Listen, if you're not going to join for anything else, join for Patreon. Join for Patreon, and the fact that we've mentioned it a few times already, that Jean is using a water bottle strapped with a lapel.
I don't want to be a pity guy. Like, I don't want your pity. Join because you like it.
Join because you like it. Like, we really appreciate it. It helps us to host. But yeah, please consider becoming one of our patrons at patreon.com/greenboxgaming_. But guys, thank you so much for today.
Yes, thank you,
Thanks,
Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Good to
was
have
fun.
you back in the driver's seat.
Yeah. How does it feel just being able to play and not being able to think so much?
It's worse. No, it's worse now that I know. Now I know too much. Like, I know that at any corner, like, something horrible is going to jump out and we're just going to die. And then.
Well, that was an interesting thing
terrified.
about you running that game, is that you now kind of know how the missions are written. Yeah. And, like, you know.
I want to go sit in a room and do nothing, because that's the safest way.
That's the safest. All right. Yeah,
no,
thank
it's
you.
Not that bad.
But thank you guys for today. And if you are watching online, live, on Twitch, then we will be right back. We're going to take a quick break. And otherwise, we'll be back. And we will see you guys next time. Stay safe and stay sane. Bye.
Bye-bye, honeys.